about the friends and the mentors could be also soulmates. So for me personally, I'm just picking back off of that, and then once you realize your thought, you can come back.
Okay. Thank you.
So for sure, for me personally, yeah, like I was gonna get into that too. Like soulmates don't necessarily have to be just romantically. It can be definitely platonically. You have to have those boundaries set in place, of course, but as long as they help you grow into the aspect that you want to be or that you see yourself being within a certain amount of time, I feel like it's beneficial. Now you're not gonna always meet those goals, and it's not saying like, okay, 6 months from now I'm gonna be a doctor or whatever the case may be, like what I'm working towards. But in that case, if I'm already done started med school and I still have more than 6 months to go, then obviously I know I'm not gonna be a doctor, but I'm gonna be still on that road to get to where I need to be.
Right.
That's why I use that example. Me personally, I know 6 months from now I do want to have a better career. I have my master's. By then I'll be done with my master's this month.
That's right. That's so exciting.
Thank you. I don't really tell my personal business, but I feel like that's something that I need to tell because I just don't talk. I just don't do stuff for no reason. Like, even this podcast is for a reason. Right. And so I want people to know, like, you can come from nothing and make something of real life.
Yeah, for sure. That is very true.
Yes. And I feel like even when you said earlier about you moving down here and people doubted you, it's like what God has for you might not be what he has for them. Right. However, you still have to do what God tells you to do.
Yeah. And he said move just like that.
And that's what I did because I came from Arkansas and I was like, Lord, you want me to Houston? Yes. That's what you said?
Okay, so I always wanted to ask you, what is your differences from Arkansas living in Houston?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You can talk about
that. Is that another podcast?
No, we can talk about that. I'll make it brief. But for me personally, the atmosphere when it comes to the city life, like Little Rock is the state capital of Arkansas, so that's the biggest city that we have. And it's probably 500,000 people at the most, at max.
500,000 people?
Between North Little Rock and Little Rock.
We was driving through Arkansas for a while, so.
But the thing about it is, it's 2 million and counting in the whole state of Arkansas, versus in Houston, it's 2 million people in the city and counting.
That's crazy.
Exactly, and y'all was driving through Arkansas for a long time, but you probably driving through a lot of small cities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Little Rock is the state capital, and it has the most people. Okay. Obviously, you can fact check me. I'm not going to tell you the exact number because I don't know the exact number. But from the population count, when you go into a city, be like, welcome to Little Rock or welcome to Little Rock, you can kind of see where things lie. And it's around 500,000. It's not that many.
Okay.
But the main difference besides that is like the food. Like, it's different. Like, I went to Cracker Barrel down here. It was nasty. I didn't like it.
Oh.
But in Arkansas, it was fire.
Okay.
Yes, it was good. So I was like, I don't know if I need to try something else because the food chains, the common food chains are not
here.
Like here, but they're not like up to par because they focus more on, you know, exotic food when it comes to Hispanics or when it comes to American burgers and wings. Like, you know, when you go to Houston, you think about hot wings, you think about burgers, you think about Tex-Mex, you think about that kind of stuff. Versus when you're in Arkansas, you think about more southern hospitality, you think about more like like I said, Cracker Barrel, you think about more like soul food.
Yeah.
That's more how I can put it. Because you don't think about Cracker Barrel, but you think about soul food. So now I'm thinking about like, okay, it's different versus down here.
Okay.
I think another thing is the style and like the mindsets of people. Like y'all are more open minded to LGBTQIA plus communities versus in Arkansas they're more close. I'm like, yes, we have pride and stuff like that, but it's like, okay, you won't technically see somebody like you might see somebody in a crop top, but it won't be like continuously. You might see 1 or 2 out of every 500 people. Versus down here, you have a whole neighborhood for the gays. So it's like, and they love us. So it's like, okay, like I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it's more inclusive and more like open when it comes to the different churches you can go to, the different like activities and adventures you can do. That's what I say. It was like a cultural shock for me because like I always felt like I was a city boy, but then when I went to Little Rock, I was like, oh, this is cute, but I think I need to be somewhere bigger.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
And the Lord was like, okay, I thought I wanted to go to Dallas. The Lord was like, no, you're going to go to Houston.
I know that's right.
And so I was like, okay, now I'm here. Been here for 4 months. It'll be 4 months on the 21st of November.
Yeah.
Yes, child. Congratulations to me about that. But I'm still here, and I'm happy to be here. And I thank people that have encouraged me to stay and prayed over me, because I can honestly see why people go back. It's hard, especially by yourself. It's hard.
Yeah. And you know, as like human beings, we seek community. Like it's important to have those interactions with people and like-minded people around you. So it can be easy in a big city to crawl up in a ball and just feel like you're alone. But it's what you make it, as everything else, you know.
And everything happens in life for a reason. So it's like, I met you for a reason. And it's like, we act like we've been on each other for the longest, but we really just met in September.
That's crazy how life works.
It is crazy how life works. And it's like, we're the best of friends now. So it's like, okay, well, I'm here for it. Put podcasts, invite each other over for food. We cooking for each other, like, Lord, like, hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. My love language is cooking, so hey.
I love mine too.
Oh my goodness. Like, we don't pass something else out on the podcast.
Hosting, having people over to feel just like comfortable.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, I love that too. Like, I want people that I say that I love or that I care about, I want them around me and be able to understand. I don't know what that is, but it's okay. In a minute, to understand, like, okay, like, hey, like, we're here for the good times, the bad times, and just in between times, because it's always something going on.
And it's always.
But I'm thankful that I did listen to God and moved down here, because it has been a great journey, regardless of all the things that I've been through, positive and negative. I would not trade it for the world, and I feel like I'm in a better place mentally, spiritually, and financially. So yes. So the next topic that we're gonna talk about, because we can talk about that forever, is gonna be coping with comparison. So essentially what that just means for me is that you see a lot of things on social media. We have a lot of things that we can compare ourselves to. And I use social media as the target point because it's easy for us to get fixated on things that are unrealistic, and setting realistic goals for yourself. So my question to you is, how do you differentiate how to set those realistic goals versus what you see, like you said, as face value on social media?
For me, not taking it for face value, for one. But two, I've been really into like yoga. Like I've been like turning off the social media
and just like unplugging.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel like doom scroll, and then you're just laying here, and then it's like when you start to get fixated on certain type of content, that's what starts to kick back at you. So it's like then you just keep seeing the same stuff. So taking a break off of social media, touching grass. I'm allergic to grass, by the way. But I be having my socks on and still feeling it. Metaphorically. Metaphorically, yes. Just like staying grounded. And like for me, like coming out here, like I don't have a lot of friends or family out here yet. And I would go try new workout classes and do yoga and Pilates. Well, invite me next time. Because I know you said you and our other homegirl Alicia is going to do a Pilates class. Yes. So we can make it a trio. We're gonna do a podcast episode on that. Yeah. So just like going out, like kind of just putting yourself out there and just unplugging from the screen. I love that, because honestly, since I've been here, I've been built to ass ground working, regardless of what it is, and so I haven't had time to really learn what I'm into now versus what I was into in Arkansas. Because like I said, it's a culture shock. It's different. Like it is. The acceptance right here is different from what it is in Arkansas, and so like I can have that creative freedom to be able to explore. I remember I have a mentor. He's like a big brother to me. His name is Justin. And I was talking to him. He said, "Child, you just don't know. It's more than just the colors of the rainbow here. It's like 32 different flavors, and you got to know, like when you go to bigger cities like Atlanta or Houston or Dallas or the case may be, it's different." It is. And I understand that, because from my perspective, it's like, okay, you have this, and this, but that's in Arkansas versus here you have a range. Yes, like you think somebody's this way, but it's like, no, they just act like this, but they really is. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cute, whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I think me personally, besides unplugging, because that's what I want to get into more, is that just finding a sense of security within yourself.
Right.
And it's like being alone sometimes, like have that quality time to yourself, like maybe go get your nails done, or maybe whatever it looks like in your pastime to self-care.
Okay.
That's what that's what I would define it as, is self-care. And what that looks like for you. Me, it's getting a haircut. And me, it's like going to get my favorite comfort food and just like not responding to people when they need me, because I'm a very busy person, regardless of whether I want to admit it or not. Because me, I'm very humble, so I never would be like, I'm this person. No, but when I look at the notifications, like, people do need me because I make myself available, but it's like, okay, I need to make myself unavailable. And it's not that I'm not going to get back to them. It's just like, I just need this time to set aside to make sure that I'm okay.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it goes...
Learning to say no.
Learning to say no.
Yeah,
and
it's okay to say no.
It's okay. And that's what I'm saying. It goes into saying, like, you have to have those people around you, like, okay, friend, like, are you sure that's what you want to do, or are you just doing it because you have a good heart?
You're right.
So... yes, and I'm thankful for Kia. And also...
for you.
Oh, thank you. And also other people, of course, but definitely down here, it's not been hard. It's not been easy. I make it look easy. I might be like, smile like, hey, I'm doing good, but it's not been easy. But I have not been out here doing anything, unmorally. Like, I haven't been doing that. But it's just a simple...
Never that.
Never that. Like, it never gave that.
It never gets that serious.
It's that serious, but it's just that, like, you're gonna have to go through things to be able to get to the nicer things in life, and I'm in that process of getting to where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And beautiful. It is beautiful for both of us.
Yeah.
Us being in our 20s, still looking the way we looking. Yes.
Yeah. Looking like a spring chicken.
Yes. So, and I was talking to somebody about that last time. So I think when I get 30 something, I'm still gonna look younger. Like, I'm still gonna look like I'm 20 something.
You definitely will.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And black don't crack unless you're using it.
Heard of the ending. Nobody said that.
I put that. I don't know if that's actually what the ending is, but I did that because that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I like that.
Yes, because black don't crack. Yes, but I feel like adding that is like a little pizzazz.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So we talked about discipline and what it looks like for us, the missing link, and then we also talked about coping with comparison and how we can unplug and differentiate what self-care looks like. So the next and final topic is going to be therapy and also journaling and what it looks like for growth. And I know we touched on that when we did an icebreaker about growth, but it's going to be more in depth about, okay, so some people might go see a shrink, some people might go see a psychiatrist, which is the same thing, of course, but just a different name. But some people might journal, some people might talk to God, some people might do their own religious purposes. So me and Kia is going to be talking about, okay, what does that look like for you?
For me?
Yes.
So I've never seen a therapist before.
Oh my God.
I'm definitely open to it. I'm not the type of person that's like, I don't do therapy. I definitely want to find someone who looks like me. I would definitely love that. But where I'm at right now, I definitely focus on a lot of like breathing
exercises.
Breathing exercises throughout the day. Like I said, I've done my yoga, so like sometimes I do my yoga at home, or even like walking outside, like in the neighborhood. Like that's very like peaceful and calming for me. But the biggest thing though is just creating boundaries. So if I know how I am when I get overwhelmed. So if I can assess the situation and control what I can, then I'm gonna control my environment so that I'm not overwhelmed. And
that makes totally enough sense, because for me, I have the same thought process, and it's so crazy that we think alike, and we just, like I said, met like 2 months ago. Because when I was looking for a therapist, I haven't found one down here, but when I was in Arkansas, I had a therapist. Like, I want him to be black or her. Yeah. But I've had black therapists that was females, and that was pretty cool. But I want to see if I can get into with the male therapist that looked more like me, that could understand a little bit more. But not necessarily be gay, but just more so like be like that brotherly figure that can be like, okay, yeah, I see the same struggles. I've been through some of these same things, and I can kind of like explain more of why you feel like this and how you can better cope with that. And it really helped me, because a lot of people, if I didn't go to therapy, a lot of people Yes, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But no, like, yeah, I'm definitely glad that I went to therapy because I was a hothead before. And I could say that now, I think before I actually say certain things. Now, I know people are like, oh, Darian, I got no filter. And that may or may not be true. However, I feel like I think about the things that I want to say and I say them versus before when I did not. When I was like 19, 20, first going to college. So yes, be thankful. Praise the Lord that he found somebody for me to be able to understand my emotions and be able to articulate those in a better and productive way. Like through a podcast or the gym. For me, it's the gym. Like I love going to the gym. Anyways, I love going to the gym and blowing off steam. I think for me personally, I have a lot of pressure built up. And it's because I subconsciously put things and bottle them up inside of me. And I'm starting to learn that I do that without knowing sometimes. And it feels refreshing to be able to go to the gym and to work those things out and feel much more refreshed leaving versus when I came with a lot of tension.
And then when you bottle up, just a lot of stress, like eventually your body is seeking how to get that out of you. And it may look like, chest palpitations. Like I know that's my biggest thing. Like I went through that, like especially looking back at my time prior to moving here, like it was like a year and a half of just like grinding, like making sure that I got down here. And then when I got down here, I was like, I love it, but I was having anxiety episodes and like I was built up with so much stress for so long, so I don't experience it anymore because it's so scary.
Oh gosh, like when we was talking about it, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yes, I was by myself. So yeah, don't bottle up that stress because
it can, and it, like I said, especially in African American households, it can definitely be something that's subconscious because I didn't know I was doing it for the longest until I started actually self-reflecting. I was like, okay, this did make me feel upset, but I didn't handle it then. So if I didn't handle it then, it's eventually come out, but it's bottled up inside. I mean, I had to come to that conclusion, like it didn't go away. Like it is something like it just went away. It's still somewhere in me, and I need to express that emotion. Whether I say, okay, this happened. This is how this made me feel.
Yeah.
How am I gonna move forward?
Yeah.
And that's the way that I've dealt with it. And obviously, each person is going to deal with things differently. But at the end of the day, if you take anything from me and her, you can take that. Don't bottle the things up. Talk to somebody. Talk and communicate that. Even if you got to go to a bridge and just yell.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Or those rage rooms. I want to do those.
I do too. I do the act store and all of that.
I love act store.
I did the rage room and I had too much fun.
That's
Just so much distraction. But at that time, I was going through a lot, and I felt like that was very therapeutic for me. So yes, we should do that. We should find something for us to do. Me, you, Alicia, Daryl, and possibly somebody else.
Yeah. Somebody else.
Yes, possibly. To be able to do rage rooms and other things. And I know I did say, I forgot I had 4 topics on here. So I know I did say the topic 3 was going to be the last one, which was about therapy, journaling, and tools for growth. But before I move into the last one, I will say about journaling, that did help me come to a realization about a lot of different things. Well, not a lot, but a few things that I was overthinking or spending too much time thinking on. And it's a difference. The difference is when you overthink about something, it's like, okay, you make all these different possible scenarios. So you hurt yourself in the process of like, okay, this is what could happen versus, doing the least or at least just journaling about it. It's just like, okay, I'm thinking about this, but at the same time it's like, okay, this could be a reality and I'm being more realistic with what's really going on. And so when I started journaling my emotions and how I was feeling about a certain situation, I was like, okay, Darian, you kind of sound a little crazy. And that's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay that I came to that realization, but it's like, okay, Darian, you ask God to show you a purple Mustang or pink roses. If this person was supposed to be in your life or not. It's like, God's going to show you that, but you don't need that to know. If you need to come to that extreme, they don't need to be there.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's so crazy because I told God, after I did it, I was like, I don't need that. And he still showed me, but I already had came to the conclusion that specific situation had already ran its course.
Okay.
And, you know, me and you had already talked about it a little bit, but we didn't talk about that. But me being more open and vulnerable on the podcast, that was like still like, okay, focus on you and getting yourself where you need to be.
Yes.
That's what you did in the first place, to come down here to get better.
Right.
And it's been very beautiful to be able to go back and read my notes and how I was thinking in that time. It's like, damn, like you was really thinking like that, but now you like, okay, you got past that. That's the main important thing, getting past how you were feeling in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the continuous growth.
So I think that is definitely a great resource or tool for growth.